Hi everyone. Alright, today we're going to be talking about Leo. So, Leo is known as the king, and we're going to get into a little bit later. But basically, to begin with, Leo is the second fire sign. What does this mean, the second fire sign, right? Because the first sign is Aries, the first sign and the first sign of the whole zodiac is Aries. So fire is the element of beginnings, right? Of passion, of soul. And the first time that we have a fire sign, it's a sign that has just, or it's like the soul has just arrived on earth and it hasn't had any of the lessons regarding what it takes to have a body, what it takes to communicate, what it takes to have feelings, to have a house, and all these like minimum requirements that are needed. So during the first 4 signs, the first time that the soul goes through every element, all the lessons are about covering the basic needs. Now, as we get onto the second round, so the second signs, the second fire sign, which is Leo, who we're talking about right now, we start touching subjects that are not related to our basic needs, but rather our like soul needs, right? And when we talk about Leo, it's the first time that the soul is learning how to satisfy its creative urges, its need for attention, but not just attention, but like being noticed at the level of work that they're putting out there. So it's when we talk about Leo, we talk a lot about happiness, creativity, self-expression, the ego. So it's really the sign of the ego. It's really the sign of what makes this individual soul that is part of this one human be special, right? And what is it about this soul that's different from all the other souls? And that's the ego. And what this soul has to give into the material world is the creative expression of this soul, right? So whenever we do something such as hum a melody, or write a song, write a poem, when we do a work of art, when we dress with our own unique style, these are all examples of creative expression. And this is what Leo is all about. Because when we do things such as create a work of art and we showcase it to our loved ones, what do we feel? We feel pride. We feel proud of ourselves because this is something that we did. And it's something that nobody else would have done because they don't have the same soul and creative urge as anybody else. So this is where the pride comes in, right? This is why pride is related to ego and it's related to Leo. It's not in a bad sense. A lot of people will be like, oh my god, they're so egotistical, or they have too much pride. But pride's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It means to be proud of what you did. It means to be proud of who you are. And that's what Leo reminds us of. Whatever house we have in the sign of Leo is something that we're really proud of. And whenever we're really proud about something, there's things that come into play. Whatever gives us pride will get us right with our values. So Leo is also known for having really strong values. They take pride in who they are, and they will never see themselves doing something that's not worth being proud of. For example, cheating and stealing. You see Leos be really, really royal in that way, where they're gonna be and portray themselves with such in such a way that you can just see that they care. They care about who they are, they care about how they're standing, they care about what impact their words have on other people, and they will try to keep their words kind. We also always have high vibe and low vibe. So you will be able to know that a Leo is being low vibe when they're calling out or calling out other people or trying to make fun of other people, because you can tell that they're not sure of themselves or they're missing some self-esteem. A healthy Leo has a healthy self-esteem. And with a healthy self-esteem, they build the people who are around them up. And they will always do what's right. And if a Leo is one day not treating you right, you can just call them out and you will see shame on their face. And you will see them make that right. Because they would never let their name hit the grave knowing that they've done something wrong without making it right. So that's the type of pride that we're looking up to with Leos. Yeah, so we relate self-esteem to Leos. We relate self-expression and creativity. There's this feeling of joy that comes when people are playing. This feeling of joy when people are creating art. That feeling of joy, of just playing with no other intention other than having fun in mind. And that feeling of joy you get when you're creating art or expressing yourself, that's also associated to Leo. So Leo is associated to joy and playfulness. Also associated with children. So being the second the second fire sign, Leo is the second fire sign. They also represent the pride that comes with being a creative being. Leo has a very self-conscious character, and they're gonna make sure that they're always doing the right thing because they just want to be doing it right. They're very conscious of the impression they're causing around them, and they will hold enormous respect for their own dignity. This is why you see them doing the right thing, because they're so dignified that they can't think of themselves doing something that's not considered good. They also assume that everybody else also has dignity, and they assume that everybody else is always going to take the high road. They take really good care of their reputation, and they easily come into leadership positions. They have authority. They instinctively take positions that allow them to guide the herd in a way, because they're also very caring and they want to see the people around them go and get whatever they're after. They will be the ones who are clapping for their friends, and they're going to take and give as much importance to the accomplishments of their loved ones as importance that they give to their own accomplishments. So they're not just clapping for themselves and making sure that their ego is really high because they've been doing great stuff, but they're also clapping for their friends and being really proud of what their friends are doing. Whenever Leo is vibing low and needs a reminder of who they are, they really need to spend quality time with their friends and step away from their emotions, because the importance that they give to how they act can sometimes get too loud, and they will be locked in their feelings and their pride. When they connect to friends, they balance that out. So they're like, all right, it's okay if I didn't do one thing perfect, or oh, it's okay if that one person didn't acknowledge my accomplishment. And step away to a healthy point from their emotions, which can be very, very big on Leos. So yes, they're very creative. When it comes to their work and how they get their basic needs met, They are practical, structured. They like to keep a routine, and they do really good in careers that need attention to detail and order. They keep their house really clean, and hygiene is important for them. They're super friendly. They're so friendly. Like, they always want to make sure that their friends are happy. And inside their home, you'll probably find that they have they're really private about their home. Actually, yeah, they're super private. They're not gonna just let anyone into their home. If you've been invited into a Leo home, you know that you matter to them, and you must realize that it's a big deal that they're inviting you over. They're most happy when they're traveling or practicing sports. They get a really good kick out of exploring and learning about different cultures. The way that they put their system in order is pretty ambitious. So they get every day and they smash their goals with diligence and in a constant manner. They're super determined. So whenever they say it's like, I'm gonna go out running every Friday or every day of the week at 5 a.m., yeah, they're gonna go out running every day at 5 a.m. and you better believe that, because it's true. If not, they wouldn't be saying it. Whatever they like, whenever they decide that they're going to start a system in their house or start a new routine, they mean it. It's true, and it's serious, and you're gonna see them grow through that routine. The best type of partner for Leos is somebody who's really openly in communication. They need to hear acknowledgments, so it needs to be somebody that can easily communicate with them and let them know what they like about the Leo. And they also have to be really detached, because Leo will more than likely be flirting or accepting flirtatious comments from the people around them. So it needs to be a partner that can stand that, right? It needs to be a partner that understands that Leo needs to be hearing kind things from everyone around them, and it's okay, right? It doesn't mean that they're gonna go and sleep with the other person, because they are too proud to be the sleazeball that cheats on their partner. So they're not gonna do that, which is nice. They just like to hear that they're cute from other people, and it needs to be They need to be in relationships with people who can openly communicate and people who are detached enough to let them go around and flirt. They have a lot of curiosity for the arts. They love art. They love music. They love people who do art and music. It's all about creative expression, right? So they do have a lot of curiosity for like what's out there and the things that go into the music that makes it so special. So the soul topics, but without being so esoteric, just like enjoying the soul and having curiosity about what is it about music and what is it about creative expression that is so fulfilling. They're natural born leaders, right? So they could even teach people how to be leaders. They will preach about being good leaders, and they will be good leaders. They will reach success in a slow but sturdy way, in a sense that since they're so practical about the way that they make money, like whatever they say that, all right, this is going to be my business, they're just going to keep at it, like drop of sand by drop of sand, little by little. They're going to keep adding to it, and eventually they're going to have success. It's pretty much guaranteed for Leos, because they're so proud of themselves and they're so proud of what they do that they put so much love into it. That's where success comes from, when you're proud about what you do and what you like, and and you put love into it. And that's all that Leo's about. Leo's about pride. And pride is a lot about like heart, you know, like loving who you are. Like, why are you proud of yourself? Because you love yourself. It's really, really connected. And yeah, so self-esteem is, it pretty much translates to self-love, and self-esteem is also pride. So this is Leo. Leo is about loving yourself and about how much you love yourself, and how loving yourself makes you be better at everything you do. Because if you love yourself, you're good to the people who are around you. If you love yourself, you're good at your job. If you love yourself, you're good with your partner. Because since you love yourself, you would never see yourself doing it badly, you know? And they find a lot of luck when they're exchanging ideas with people around them. So they might find that because they started a conversation with some people that they don't really know, all of a sudden they get a lucky opportunity. This happens a lot to Leo. So Leo is also a really good networker, and it's really good for Leos to hold a network, and it's probably going to be a big network. Like, people know who Leo is, and Leo knows who everyone is as well, and can reach out to them because they do nurture their network. Being a friends with a Leo is having a cheerleader who also wants you to cheer for them, but they're cheering for you too, right? It's not so egotistical. They're really nurturing. They're really, really nurturing. Leos will, and I guess it like fits the lion stereotype, because they will like take care of their herd. They will be together with their group, and they're gonna be licking their ears. Like, they're gonna be taking good care of the people that they love. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all I'm gonna say for Leo. And it's basically, if you have a Leo friend, go tell them what you love about them, and go have fun, because this is the sign that's meant to remind you to have fun, and that our souls are in this earth to feel love, to feel fun. And once we get that down, once we're loving what we do, and once we're feeling fun, like putting the fun in whatever we're doing, then success comes. So Leo is the first sign of the second round of lessons that we learn in this human incarnation that we're going through. And yeah, that's it. Oh, like my video, please like it. And subscribe. Subscribe, hit the bell, do it all. Thank you.